We'll be taking this Asiana Airlines 777-200ER Pratt & Whitney from Seoul, Incheon down to Sydney tonight. Flight time is about 9 hours and 41 minutes. Block time is about 10 hours, 10 minutes. So right now the aircraft is cold and dark. We're stand 23, Terminal 1. We just have the jetway connected and the catering service is going to start right now. So this video is going to be a tutorial on how to get this plane from the ground to cruise. Probably have another part after for the arrival and another tutorial on landing it. I did do another video on a full approach, so I'll probably be doing less cinematic shots in this and just keep it in the cockpit and do what I actually do when I'm flying the plane. But other than that, yeah, let's hop into the cockpit. So here we are, the cockpit. First of all, let's turn on the flashlight because it's dark in here. I want to look up, and we're going to see our battery and our APU. So first you go and turn on the battery here. Let me open these doors for these guys real quick. Fortunately, this plane does not have a GSX profile still, so there's a bunch of random doors open all the time. But let's continue with our overhead. So as you can see, we'll start with the APU gen. We're going to turn on our secondary and our primary external powers, and you'll see everything is powering up there. Continuing on with our flows, we'll turn on our ADRUs. We'll move on to the next slide. We'll arm our emergency lights. Window heats can all get turned on. We're going to turn our logo lights here. Seatbelts can go on. We're going to turn our dome lights on. So turn off our flashlight. We'll go turn all this up. We'll take the master bright off. Just me flying the plane today. Usually pilots use that in actual flights to keep the lights in the cockpit regulated, but we don't need that today. We don't need any of the hydraulics on yet or the fuel. We'll go up here. We'll check if our packs are off, which is right. And we'll check if our bleeds are on, and that is correct. And we'll also look here, and our recirc fans are on too. Engine selector should be on normal, and auto start should be on. Anti-ice, which stays auto on the ground too. It never goes to off. And then we'll go here and we'll test our lights. Beautiful, that works. So we'll go here, and we'll go ahead and turn get this lights all up in our cockpit. Turn this over here, and let's get boarding started. Yeah, so catering's still going on. And while we wait for our systems to power up, in here, and we'll go check our local altimeters. So we go here.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
We're gonna request our data from SimBrief. That's how you get, you'll see later, but that's how you get plans to the FMS. We're going to check out our flight plan today. So, our routing today is over to Sydney from Seoul.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Melbourne. We're burning 62.2 tons of fuel, which is about 9 hours and 41 minutes. Alternate Melbourne is 6.7 or an hour and 10 minutes away. Minimum takeoff fuel is 70.2 tons. We have this extra fuel of about 1.2 or 12 minutes.
Knocking gear.
Or dispatcher ad, not extra, sorry. So total we're about 70.9, which means we have 0.7 for taxi. Yeah, 0.6. So 0.7 is our minimum takeoff, so looks should good. Extra fuel on board should be 8.0. 1 hour and 22 minutes. Just going down a little more. We have 294 passengers on board, 8,600 tons of cargo. Cost index tonight is 128. Our routing, right there, I'm gonna read that out. Our step comps today, SABGU, we're gonna go to 370, KEONE 390, and DOLIB 410. 777-200 gets to get pretty far up. Like the 300 probably stays about 37 maximum. I've seen it's 38. This will go up all the way to 41,000. Scroll up more. Keep going down. Check our routing. So right here, there's a route going over a little bit of Japan. There's significant weather right here. I'll go check on this next chart, but yeah, near it's Palau, over Papua New Guinea, and then over straight over that part of Australia, and into Sydney from the north. Looking at the weather here, Jetstream, we're gonna cross Jetstream at flight level 400, probably be under that by 5,000 feet. Yeah, we got a lot of weather right here. Let's say 500, so hot, pretty high weather. Over here, some weather. Over here, over Papua New Guinea. Keep going. Got more weather into this crossing. And another jet stream. Who watered that though? So other than that, not much to say. It's our flight profile.
Boarding pass, please.
Looks pretty good. Not much. Yeah, we've already briefed all this. So moving on from there. Yep. So put our local altimeters in. Switch that over to hectopascals. Right now it is 1005. Quick tip, or pretty nice tip, is if you just not want to put that in, you just press B when you're on the ground, and it'll go to local altimeters automatically. So, before that, passengers started boarding, so we'll turn on the utility, and we'll turn on the APU. Go down here again. Weight and balance, pretty cool feature. Just import it now, so that's pretty cool. And that should be perfect. 70.9. I think we have 70.9 on here too. So go to our FMC, enter initial position. So whenever you click on the FMC for the first time, it gives you the position. For that, we should probably check the stats out. Yeah, APU's powering up right there. The door page up here for now. And we gotta close up some doors.
This way.
So close. Don't on that. Boarding right now. Oh, we're not boarding yet. Boarding cargo yet. I'm gonna look around here. Some nice aircraft, KEONE, Vietnam, Korean, and Air Canada over there. I don't know why that door wants to keep opening. Just close it again. So, moving down here anyways.
This way.
Of course, I don't know if I said this at the start of the video, but this tutorial is going to be more of a basic one. I'm not a true 777 pilot or anything, I'm just a kid, or a high schooler. I'm just trying to share what I do to fly this plane. I think I have on Volanta, I think I have about 800 hours on this plane, so yeah, I think I'm qualified to teach people about this now. TCAS. Before I forget, let's make that 1,000 because we are offline today. So pause in it. We're at RKSI. Also new trick, put the iPad right there if you want to look at stuff. We're in flight. So, we'll look at stuff. We're at gate 23. Put that in the box. Just like that. We are in the airport. So our routing, we're in a route refresh from SimBrief. So right there, if you want to request from SimBrief, you have to request this new data from SimBrief first in the iPad, and then you can do that.
May I see your boarding pass?
So we're gonna select the route.
Boarding pass, please.
APU looks good, beautiful. Turn that off. While that's holding on,
This way.
let's do our pre-flight checklist. Oxygen testing 100%. Flight instruments are not on yet. Parking brakes, shocks are still set. So we'll leave that on for now. Good, good, good. So we're gonna clear all these things. We're gonna load the routing. Start parking yet. Start it there. Sorry about the low frames, guys. I do have 3060, so not even a TI, so I have to use a lot of frame gen, especially with AI traffic on. So before we do anything else, we're departing runway 16 left. So we'll put 16 left. Put that in there. Yep. 16 left is.
May I see your boarding pass?
Yeah, 16 left is all the way down. It's the opposite, so it's right here. Yeah, here she's zoomed in. So before we do anything else, let's go departure and arrival. We are on the OSPOT 2H departure tonight. Put that in. OSPOT 2H, 16 left. Yes. And then for now we are in Sydney. We are on the ILS 16 left via the BOREE 4A star. So it's a straight in approach basically. So the BOREE 4A 16 left. And that was good to me. And then we go back to route. We're going to activate this. Put that back in. See, that turned from blue to pink, showing that it accepted the flight plan. And you activated it. So then we'll go to init ref. And accept the uplink. 0 right here, putting our own step climbs tonight. Reserves, we planned for 8.0 in reserves, hour and 22 minutes of extra fuel. Right there. And we have our weights in, so our zero fuel weight is 171.3, 171.4 right there. So gonna add about 100 tons of extra cargo. We have max passenger space. Yep. So we have to add about 100 pounds of extra cargo. Nothing too much. 353. 171.4. Beautiful. Moving on from there, we'll go to our legs. And we'll put our step climbs in right now. So we go SABGU 370. There's SABGU 370. Step. And we'll put that in here. Nicely done. Next up is KEONE at 390. So 390 step. KEONE right here. And then 410 DOLIB.
Boarding pass, please.
DOLIB 410 step. Nice.
Low.
Next thing is gonna be
This way.
putting the wind in. So we're gonna load our wind data.
Auto.
Yep. And then load those two descent forecasts.
Auto.
And then 9.4 we should be arriving with. We need only 8.0. So about a 1.4 extra tons of fuel on board, according to the computer. So our next step is the takeoff and thrust limits. Before we do that, let's brief the departure. So the Evo 2H2 hotel departure. Our initial is 5,000, so we'll put 5,000 in there. 5,000 feet. We'll make a left turn and then another right turn towards OSPOT,
Good evening.
which will be at flight level 3230. So let's check that out in the plan. Step through this. Right was that left turn, and then that right turn all the way to OSPOT. Yep, perfect. This data button, it shows you data about the waypoints, so we have to be 5,000 below there. And then the other buttons will go through later in the flight. I think we're done recording. This guy's done yet? Yeah, we just finished up. So, that looks good to me. Our initial heading on this departure is 158 degrees. If you guys hear that humming noise, that's actually the doors closing. So 158, that goes in there. So the next thing we will do is put the takeoff data in. Well, actually, we have to split through the flight plan, so it looks good. Okay. Here's our first step climb. Top of descent. It's good to me. Put this. We don't need the map anymore, so we'll just look at doors for now. Okay, so takeoff. So we go over here in our performance tools. We're going to select our runway. Our slope is 0. We're going to import the weights from our aircraft. You can click these side buttons right here, change to kg or whatever unit. 230 at 10, 16 degrees. Looks good to me. We have a D-rated takeoff of 1 with the flaps 5. So first of all, we're going to go to next page. We're going to put the wind in. 230 at 10. We have no slope, so we put 0. If there was a slope, you'd either put U, some number, or percent, or D, or some percent. Up is for up, U is for up, D is for down. Moving on from there, our reference temperature outside is 16 degrees Celsius. Put that in there. Previous page, thrust limits. So we're takeoff 1. And we are 48 degrees select temperature. Then we'll go to takeoff, flaps 5. If you double tap this, you get the CG, center of gravity, 153, 155, 157. So 157 goes in the box. Before I forget, secondary and external comes off. Let's go over here now. Ground operations. Release the air conditioning unit. Release ground power. And go ahead. Close that door. Okay, doors are closed. Just running our checklist now. That looks good to me. Parking brakes coming on. Flight deck doors closed. MCP V2. MCP V2. Heading / track and altitude. Takeoff speeds 153, 155, 157. seating pre-flight is completed. Trim. We gotta get the hydraulics on. So I've watched a lot of videos online, especially the videos where you see real world plots. To turn on the hydraulics, you first start with the right elect auto. Then you go to C1, C2, left elect, C1, C2. Fuel pumps coming online. We have fuel in the center. Yes, we do. 14 tenths in the center. Beautiful. Moving on from there, our trim. Trim tonight's 5.75. We'll finish that before we push back, which is now. So let's call for pushback and departure. Want nose left, still right.
Release parking brakes, please.
All doors. Remove the chocks. Go put a beacon on.
Release parking brakes, please.
Check is completed.
커맨싱 부스. 오일 엔진 직비일. 딸때 도일.
Push it back here from the stand. Flight director's gonna come on that nav. So, starting number, transponder number TA. We're gonna start number 2. Put that in there right now. Start number 2. Whenever we start the 777, go to here, turn on the auto start, and you just immediately inject fuel. So, just watch that actually. Oh, can't really see anything, but. I have no GSX profile for this, so I don't know where they're pushing us. Hopefully not into that Air Canada. Beautiful. Can't really see anything, so it's not really that beautiful, but you get what I mean. So we're waiting for N1 to get 20% and the EGC to drop. So there's that EGT dropping, and then we wait for the stable. And there it is, stabilizing. 395 right there. So then we'll go over and start number 1. Oh, I was actually getting pressed back. I was not expecting that.
Please set parking brakes.
Make this guy happy. Set the parking brakes. So, engine 1, before I forget, we are flaps 5 tonight. I'm gonna put that flaps 5. Check. I did. We are flaps 5 tonight. Honestly, this aircraft is quite good, but that's usually never.
언락긴 기어.
The only problem I have with it is I have that 77F, ER. This one costs another $80. And I don't think $80 for another version of an aircraft after you have the base is really worth it. But it still is a great aircraft.
또 트럭 디스커넥티드.
The engines are so
바이패스 핀 리무브.
good, so I'm really starting
랩비
to
스크린.
fly those
라이트 스크린.
different engines because you just get bored of those G's. But yeah, so both engines are running well. Turn off the APU. Anti-ice, auto, we call checked. Okay. Auto brake goes to RTO, flight control check. Full right, check. Full left, check. Full up, check. Full down, check. Rudder right, neutral. Rudder left, neutral. Flight controls are free and correct. Before I forget, let's actually do the trim. We are 5.75 tonight. Beautiful. And then we'll go ahead upstairs, turn on our taxi lights. Domes can come offline. Get some of this glare away. Yep, that looks nice to me. Go ahead and release the parking brakes. This game does like tend to move pretty fast. Oh, gotta turn on the lights. How about that? Sorry guys. Yeah, this plane does start getting moving pretty fast compared to the 777-300. But yeah. To go out of the apron, take the left turn, take the left turn coming up. So when you taxi this plane, this is smaller than the 300, so your turns have to still be wide, but not that wide, so you see coming up. This is, I feel like this plane is more realistic because the 777 can turn at like 18 knots. This one can only turn at like 9 or 8, so be careful about that. So we're now get that turn going. So I don't know if you guys knew, but these engines are actually EPR, which is a more accurate reading of the engines than N1 and N2. But as a nifty little trick if you still want to see N2 and stuff. Yeah, there it is. So you're gonna put this to ECAS, move it over, and then move this controller over to L, the left control panel, and then press the engine button, and you'll get the advanced engine metrics right here. Pretty neat trick to have. So turn coming up. Yeah, we turn on mic 8. Or no, yes. For takeoff, I'm probably gonna turn off the AI traffic. Really is bringing down performance. Let's go plane. So in Incheon, actually, Terminal 2 over here is all Korean. Terminal 1, I mean, all Asiana, but like other airlines from around the world park in both terminals. But mainly you see that split up. I've never seen Asiana in terminals 2. So anyways, we're doing about 29 knots on the street. Coming up at the end of Mike here, and to the start of 16 left. Turn right here, and 16 left. Before we do that, let's remind the cabin crew to stay seated. For takeoff checklist, flaps 5. Right. And take this turn right here. So I bought this plane about a week ago now. Yeah, I've just been flying out the whole week. And off of Airbus for a little bit. But definitely gonna get some A350 videos up. A320 videos up. Possibly even 7.3s. So landing, turn-offs, and strobes come on. Looks good. Transponder TA, traffic resolutions too. Just take this turn. Oh, it's beautiful with the strobes. So this is actually my first night flight. Actually, I flew one more night flight from Hawaii over to Denver. I actually flew from KEONE. Just searched that flight up. It's pretty cool. Saw them in real life. So that was my second flight at this point. No, first flight at this point. So anyways, stop right here. Make sure everything's good. Just like to do this just to see if I can just remind myself of anything that I need to do. But we are all good. Clock can get started. AI traffic keep go, and let's get rolling. So throttle's up 50%, and we're going to the so slight nose down pressure.
80 knots.
Checked. Hands off the yoke now. Stand the plane.
V1. Rotate. V2.
So that would rotate. Let's play this short so we just pull it up.
Positive rate of climb.
Come up. Nice. Anyways, we are moving. love that mod. If you guys have good mod on flightsim.to, get the global ship traffic. It's awesome. So now we're getting our acceleration arc, our point. So we'll start accelerating. So we'll have the autopilot on. Flying on. Wait till the speed gets to 1, flaps 1. We'll track the flaps up to the right. So there it is. We'll flaps 1. Watch those flaps come in. Flaps, wait until it comes up. There's a red checker going away, by the way, because we're tracking the flaps. The speed limit goes up. You can see the flap limits right here. And flaps are up. Oh, that's nice, man. Skyline over here too. So we are 10,000 below. Go back to checklist, landing gear up, flaps up. Checklists are completed. Skyline, there it is. Not the best, of course. Not easy to handle the best, but nice bridge right there. Don't know what that's called. Bridge in the world with the State Bridge. Anyways, that is it for the departure. From here on out to cruise, usually just making the range bigger. 10,000 mainlines come off, so of course we're going to do that. Currently we're tracked on heading 1 and 2. Top of climb about 160 miles. So, top of climb. So 10,000 feet, we are accelerating 320 knots. Checks out at me. 1500 at or above, 22, level 200 at or above. Going through the clouds right now. Auto. Engine and ice is on right now, so there's some icy in these clouds, which makes sense. Standard. Good thing about this plane, it tells you, or any drone plane actually, it tells you, or any modern drone plane, it tells you when altimeters are out of check, you go standard. In the clouds, these clouds won't open up when it's not on. One thing about this tutorial, and I'm skipping out the radio panel because I don't fly on VATSIM, so I've never had to use it. Of course, I plan to fly on VATSIM soon once I get to learning it. Busy right now, it's my last month of school here in California, so really studying for exams, just doing this on the weekend. So a tutorial about these will come later. Honestly, it's pretty simple stuff. Yeah.